Hey crew, welcome to Philly B RC. Changing things up a little bit here. We got a couple cameras. I just want to start making a couple more videos. I kind of miss doing it. Excited to see, realizing there's going to be different reactions, but there's a new car to the channel today. And I think I'm going to keep it around for a bit. I'm going to drive it stock. I'm going to drive it. I'm going to modify it, obviously 3S at least, possibly 4S, but on the cheap. I'm doing it on the cheap. I'm going to see how durable it is. And ultimately, I'm excited to have it here. So I am more and more a buggy guy, you know. So why, you know, you saw the thumbnail. Why did I buy this thing? Because let's address the elephant in the room. The price is ridiculous. The price sucks, okay? And there's a lot of other stuff that you could buy for similar price. Here in Canada, this thing retails $509 plus tax. Know that I found this on Facebook Marketplace at essentially half price. So if you can do the same, because $509 is not in the Philly B budget whatsoever for a car that needs some mods. And I've already got some parts ordered. You've probably seen other videos if you're here, or you just like me, you like Philly B RC. This thing's going to be a dog on our first run. I'll probably even throw footage of that in this video. We have the BL2S system, which is deemed brushless but bagless, and it's simply easily too small for a 1/8 buggy this size. If you're unaware, it's essentially based on the LCG Slash platform, which I'm a fan. I have a Slash, love the Slash, it's fun. It's a timeless RC that I will never sell. 4x4, two-wheel drive too. I can't deny that I just love the look of the Jato. I usually go for brighter colors, but the black with these wheels and these tires just looks mean, dude. I just kind of knew in my heart that I had to have one and find a way that was going to be affordable for me. I think it looks deadly. So let's do the pros of the car. I'm really surprised even on my table for what it costs. But again, I got it for 300 bucks Canadian. Thanks to Jeff that sold me this. He bought it, put it on his mantle for a while, and decided he wasn't going to run it. So we need to know what we get with the car. It's not, I'm not making this an unboxing, but we got, as basic as it comes, the TQ radio. This makes a wonderful doorstop, in my opinion. It works well. You know, again, like the platform, it's kind of timeless. Like, you know, it's been around forever, but I won't be using this. I have a couple that I combine my own receivers to, so.
The manuals for Traxxas as of late, you know, typically are really good. Many know what these are about.
That ends there. Nothing too dazzling at this point for $509. Not gonna lie to you, no idea what that does. We will soon find out. Possibly some type of slipper adjustment tool, 17 mil hex tool, a couple Allen keys. Seriously? This is a joke. You're probably thinking what I'm thinking. If you've seen any of the new 223 Arma platforms, they're coming with 2 or 3 significant style hobby tools. Where the F are you going to go with this? I get it. So, that's ridiculous. I had no idea those were in there. But again, I'm really happy to have a new car on the channel. So, I'm running with it at the budget price. So, the clipless body is cool. Really cool. And, yeah, this is not run, if I haven't said that already. So, let's get rid of the tag. And, compared to, say, and people probably asking, why don't I get a Typhon, right? I've got 2 of them. I'm a huge fan. The new 223, I don't know the price in Canada, but within 100 bucks, you're getting a lot more. It's an animal. You get some type of gyro, DSM or something they call it, and this comes with nothing. But again, I'm into it for 300. And if you're unaware, the BL2S, they deem it's a brushless system. Again, bagless. But I can sell this. I can get $70 for this because that's a really popular Mud Boss electronic setup. That'll go in a day. And then I could sell this too. You know, somebody new in the hobby, or, you know, has a, I can get another $20-30 for this. So now essentially I'm into the car for $200. I've already ordered about $150 worth of upgrades. So for $350, which includes a center diff, which I'm excited to run. I'm not a Traxxas fanboy or anything, but I've noticed the Traxxas cars are a little heavy on the front end when you buy them in the store. But the parts, you know, parts is huge. We no longer have a local, you know, within the hour, a hobby shop to buy parts. Availability, and the parts are often cheap, man. So that goes a long way with me when I'm going to select a platform. Hopefully you guys will chime in the comments, and I'll likely get a Team Corelli Synchro 4. I know, thing looks awesome. I don't even know who sells one around me. And I don't feel like starting a whole new, you know, parts for a totally different platform. That in itself is, at this point, overwhelming. I'm just not feeling it. We have plastic, well, not stub axles, but the hex adapters for the 17 mil wheels are plastic. And not to mention, if you put a regular zero offset wheel on it, you now narrow your car by an unknown amount. I've been trying to figure that out. So basically my plan is to buy some metal hexes with an offset so that I can just run regular zero offset 1/8 buggy wheels and just have a normal stance. I'm going to put a set of these on, and I'm going to mark it on my table, and we're going to see what we're actually chasing here as far as width. Okay, I got the wheels back on. We're just going to keep this simple, stupid. The Jato is in position, and I'm just simply going to mark it with a Sharpie right on the on my yoga mat from the dollar store. Okay, there we have it. This side is lined up. God, this thing is good looking. God, I can't lie. Okay, you guys think I'm fooling around here, don't you? Yeah, so it looks pretty much like 6 mils to me. So I just hate when manufacturers do this proprietary frickin' bull, you know? It's kind of like when Arma put the 14 mil hexes on. Like, you can't do 12 and 17 like everybody else. So I feel like this is kind of like Traxxas cheaping out here. We have slash length arms. Meanwhile, they're not long enough for a 1/8 buggy, truthfully. So instead, they jack up our offsets with these hubs, and they're recessing the wheels to gain more width instead of just, you know, redesigning the right arms and doing it properly. I know it's only 6 mils. Is this even a topic? Recognizing this is not a real race car. We're just having fun. It's good for a couple different things. Furthermore, are there going to be more breakages? Now that we have longer stub axles, you know, this is more of a leverage point as opposed to having longer arms. Is this going to be where breakages are going to occur more often? I haven't watched enough videos to know, but we will see. Let me know if you're going to buy a Jato or not. Because would you buy one if you can get it at a cut rate? You know, because you can have the best of both worlds with some bashing and some track time. Stay tuned for the first and likely only run of the BL2S. That's it. It's going on Facebook. Sayonara. This thing will be brushless at least 3S within the week. Okay, first run with the Jato BL2S in my soggy backyard. That's but fun to drive something different, something new. Nice. Oh boy, it's no Typhon 3S. That's what I'm used to ripping down back here. But that was good no air control needed there, so balanced flyer. Nice. Hard to tell, but I think the tires have decent traction. They feel nice and soft. Ow! I'm full trigger the whole time. Hopefully you choose something in the end screen and watch something else from Philly B, because we're looking at making more videos. Peace out, Philly B.